Greetings! Welcome to my channel. This is Conscious Life Explained. I am Ashley Raquel, the Lux Coach, and we're going to get into what really is consciousness, how does it apply to you, and how can you live a more conscious life. I, the Lux Coach, liberate conscious female entrepreneurs to really be in touch with their conscious divine self for fulfillment. So I want to share that with you so you can begin that journey for yourself. Consciousness is a buzzword and many people really don't know what it is. So think about it like this. Even this plant is consciousness. You could be thinking, how is the plant consciousness? It's not talking. Well, it is. It's talking in its own way, and it's actually talking to you if you don't even realize it. Have you ever sang to a plant? They say scientifically that gets a plant to grow and thrive because you're communicating with it and it communicates back to you by growing and flourishing as a plant. Well, you really are the same way. If you think about it like this, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself in the deep cosmos. In front of you is a massive, translucent brain. 100 times bigger than you. You feel like an ant and you're just floating in front of this brain. That's the infinite intelligence. Have you ever wondered how you can be sitting and talking with someone and hear your own voice? Well, where does the voice come from? Who's really speaking? Is it you? It's your consciousness. You, as a spiritual being, are energy, and you're connected to the divine intelligence. The infinite intelligence is what created our world, the universe, the cosmos, all of the galaxies to infinity and beyond. And as a part of that creation, you are tapped in to that consciousness. We're used to going and flowing through life, busy, trying to accomplish all the things, do all the things, and we sometimes forget that we are spiritual beings. So consciousness is you coming in tune with your own divine self. When you're living life, and you're living life from a perspective of how can I experience peace? How can I experience more joy? How can I be more in tune with the infinite intelligence that created me? You can do that by being more centered within yourself as a conscious being. Even now with the plant. This plant has a way of communicating, and you can tap into it and receive the vibrations from the plant. Looking at its vibrant color actually makes you feel more happy. That's why people go out into nature, to water, in mountains, and they experience so much peace and calmness. It's because you're coming into a direct connection with the infinite consciousness. You already have that within you. You just have to learn how to tap into it. Have you ever had a crystal? Let me show you one. Pretty, isn't it? So this crystal seems like an inanimate object, like it's just here to look pretty for decoration maybe. However, if you were to take a crystal, put it in your hand, close your eyes, you'll feel a vibration in your body. Why? Because this is of the earth. This has a form of its own consciousness. Everything is frequencies and vibrations. And those of you who are really nerdy and into neuroscience, you kind of know those kinds of things. But the average person, like me, we don't really think about that. But we are that. And so when you start to really be aware, step out of the future, let go of the past, and be in this present moment, you can start to see the beauty of everything around you, of the consciousness around you. You can elevate your mood by being more in tune with your surroundings, with nature. So how does that translate over into everyday life? Because you're thinking, sure, that's great. I can just go into the woods and I can meditate or sit there and read a book, and that's fine and all. But then I've got to go and do my 9 to 5 and my busy schedule and work my job and take care of my family. And like, who has time for consciousness, right? But if you keep yourself centered in your everyday life from a conscious perspective, that which you already are, that which vibrates within you, you will really see how your life can transform into divine alignment, and you can really experience a total new way of being by just being more conscious. So what does this look like? Conscious entrepreneurship as an example. What does that mean? That means that as you're operating your business, the values that you think about for your particular company, the services that you provide, you're coming from an introspective point of view, a conscious point of view. I don't want to just give you anything just to give you anything. I don't want to just make money. I want to give you value and service that's going to enhance your life. And it's something that I can feel good about because I'm doing it from a place of consciousness, which is a place of elevation. It's not just about the money. It's about the value. It's about the principles, right? When you're operating with your life and relationships, you can maneuver more consciously, more heart-centered. You want to have better communication, better flow. It's this way of operating that's so different from what our society teaches us. And you start to have everything come from within and then flow into your external world. So your relationships get better because you're more in tune with yourself, and you become more in tune with your family, your friends, your loved ones, whomever is in your circle, your world, your sphere of influence. It's a higher way of being when you are more conscious centered because you're searching for something far greater, more in depth than just the physical aspects. You want to experience more joy, more peace. You want to experience enlightenment. You want to be in tune with this infinite intelligence that's all around you. And that infinite intelligence seems so out of reach. But you can come in closer and really experience that infinite intelligence through yourself and through everyone and things around you, because all of it is consciousness. All of it is infinite intelligence that's in different forms. Sounds a little weird, I know, but the more in tune you get with yourself and that consciousness, the more you start to see the beauty in it all. I love having plants all around me. Why? Because it elevates my mood. I can look at it and just see the beauty in the color. I can feel myself becoming more happy. I just feel better. Can you imagine a life where you felt good all the time versus being stressed out and burnt out and all the things that are out? You want to have inner peace, and you want to have joy. And you want to have a plethora and abundance and overflow of love. But if you're always going like the Energizer Bunny, if you're never putting things into perspective from a conscious viewpoint, you'll really let life pass you by. And even with success, you'll still feel like, what am I here for? What was the point? I don't have any fulfillment. What really is my purpose? And we don't want that. We want you to live a very happy life. Not everything will be easy, but from a conscious viewpoint, keeping consciousness at the center of everything, it starts to become more of a fulfilling way of life. So how you maneuver in your business, in your love relationships, in the relationship you have with yourself, you go more in depth. And the deeper you go within, the more beautiful your world gets, around you. So that's a really basic level of consciousness. I'm sure there are experts who explain it far greater than I do. But in the simple term, step inside of yourself. Go on a journey of self-discovery. Maybe you're already on that journey, and that's what led you to this video. Maybe it's time to go a little deeper, even than that, and really discover who you are as a conscious being and what you're meant to bring out into your world so that you can have an overflow of peace and joy and bliss. Imagine that. Imagine yourself less stressed out and more happy. And no, just because you took a vacation to Barbados, that doesn't mean that you'll be more happy. That just means in that moment, you might have had happiness. And then as soon as you went back to your regular world, you got caught up in the chaos of everyday life. But imagine a life, a way of being that is conscious centered, that provides you fulfillment on a day-to-day basis. But that only starts when you put consciousness first, because it is what you are. It's what you are connected to. So get to the root of your own consciousness and you'll discover that infinite intelligence will start to awaken you in ways that you never even imagined. And your life will be so much more fulfilling living a conscious life. So that's just a little snippet. Of course, I will be back with more because this is something that you definitely want to experience. One of the ways that I help to liberate people with their own consciousness is through something called human design. If you've never heard of it and you'd like to, definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'll be delivering more information that will enlighten you and help you to discover more of you. If you'd like to work with me, find out more about how human design and conscious life can transform you, make sure you click the link in the description to reach out to me. Comment below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure you like this video, and tune back in for more of conscious living and well-being. Namaste.